I've got this yoga instructor, Mary, and Mary is responsible for the 180 most nurturing minutes of my week. The other day, she had us all splayed out in corpse pose in class, and as she is wont to do, Mary started telling us a story. She told us there was this guy that really ticked her off, pushed her buttons, got her goat. And the way she said it, you kind of got the idea that once upon a time, she loved the guy, but she sure hated him now. One morning, Mary woke up, and she just had enough. She was tired of the hate, tired of feeling the weight of the hate. So she conjured up this guy's image in her third eye, and she said, I wish you well. I wish you happiness. I wish you love. I wish you well. Now the crazy thing is, it worked, because that very day, Mary met and fell in love with the guy that she married, had kids with, and is still with to this day. So I'm thinking, man, that's great. But she says, wait, it gets better. And I'm thinking, how can it get better than love? She told us there was a flute player who was a student of hers, a disciple, I don't know, some guy like me paying her money to splay out on the floor on a regular basis. Anyway, this guy had an audition for the Metropolitan Opera Orchestra, and out of a field of 200 applicants, he was one of 4 finalists for the flute chair. Well, on the eve of the final callback, he and Mary got together, burned some incense, and urged these 3 other finalists to play their very best. They intoned, I wish you well. I wish you happiness. I wish you love. I wish you well. And the amazing thing is, the guy played better than he'd ever played in his life, and he got the gig. And I'm laying there splayed out, the tears are streaming, and I'm going, my God, that is better than love. He got the gig. So I'm thinking, man, I got to try this. A couple days later, an email popped up in my inbox, and just seeing the name of the sender sent me in a tizzy, pushed my buttons, raised my hackles, got my goat. Well, I looked at that name, took a deep cleansing breath, and said, I wish you well. I wish you happiness. I wish you love. I wish you well. And I am telling you, I felt a lot better. It was like I was no longer shackled to my hackles. This is great. Well, not long after that, I ran into this very same guy in a club. We got to talking, or more like he got to talking, and he was doing that thing he does that just gets my goat, gets my dander up, sends me in a tizzy, shackles me right back to those hackles. Now, I looked down at him and quietly said, I wish you well. I wish you happiness. I wish you love. I wish you well. But I wasn't getting through to him. He was so wrapped up in his little world, making wisecracks, so not in the moment, so hungry for attention, a career, love. So I let it rip. I said, I wish you well. Are you listening? Get it through your thick skull, you numbskull. I wish you love. I wish you well. I don't know about him, but after that, I felt a lot better. The next morning, I had just gotten out of the shower and started shaving, and I got to thinking, what is it about that guy that pushes so many buttons, gets my dander up, shackles me to my hackles? It struck me that he doesn't just have a fire burning in him, he's got a fever, and it's eating him up. He's pushing, slugging his way up the ladder, and he's so not now, so if only, I cut myself shaving. That's when it hit me. The things about this guy that bugged me are the things about me that bugged me. So I looked in that mirror, and I stared my biggest nemesis dead in the eye, and I said, I wish you well. I wish you happiness. somebody you really kinda hate. Somebody who ticks you off, sends you in a tizzy, has your number, gets your dander up, pushes your buttons. Somebody who drives you absolutely crazy. Somebody you just might learn to accept for being who they're going to be. Let's hum it one last time while I drive home the really important part. Because you see, if these people were doing well, if they were happy, if they had love, they'd be a hell of a lot easier to be around. One last time, I wish you well. Yes!